A set is a collection of data types in Python, which is very similar to list and tuple. We have already discussed a list and tuple data types. In case of set, as you can see on this slide, set elements are not ordered. We cannot change the set elements. Set elements are not indexed. So this is the first time that we'll see some data type which is not indexed. So we'll see more explanation of what is the meaning of not indexed in further slides. And set don't allow duplicate members. So you cannot have one element present for multiple times in one set variable. And syntax, what you can use is curly brackets. So we have used lists with square brackets. We have used tuples with parentheses. And now for set, we use curly brackets. So a set is a collection of data types in Python, which is same as the list and the tuple. It is not an ordered collection of objects. Specifically, this is a very important point. The set is a Python implementation of the set concept in mathematics. So in mathematics, we use set concept, and then we do multiple operations on this set. Like we can do union of two sets, we can calculate intersection of two sets, and a lot of other operations which are possible with the concept of set in mathematics. All those things we can do with the set type of data in Python. A set object has suitable methods to perform mathematical set operations like union, intersection, difference, etc. A set object contains one or more items, not necessarily of the same type, which are separated by comma and enclosed in curly brackets. Indexing and slicing operations cannot be done on a set object. So whatever we have done till today, like we have used indexing and slicing concept with strings, with lists, and with tuples. But this indexing and slicing concept is not possible with set, because set is not ordered and not indexed. If it is not indexed, we cannot use slicing concept. How to create a set object, and then how to use the copy method to create a set object. So this is how you can declare and define a set object. So S is the set name. S is equal to, into curly brackets, I'm declaring a set of 4 elements with values 1, 2, 3, and 4 separated by comma. So this is how you can declare a set object. So just to print the set object, you can directly use print, and you can pass on the set variable name S. You will get this output 1, 2, 3, 4 in curly brackets. So this indicates this is a set variable. So you have to remember the syntax. Whenever you print any list, you will get a list output in square bracket. Whenever you print any tuple, you get the tuple output into parenthesis. And when you print any set object, you will get the set elements into curly brackets. Now, in case if I try to declare a set with the values like 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4. So in this case, the element or the value 2 is present 3 times. So what is important about this set, as we have discussed on the previous slide, duplication of items is not allowed in a set. So you cannot have one item present for multiple times. So even if I try to declare, or even if I try to define a set variable with one item present for multiple times, if you print the set variable S, what you get is this 1, 2, 3, 4. So the element 2 is present only once. So the remaining occurrences of 2 will be ignored by the interpreter, and the set will contain only 4 items, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now how to traverse through the set variable and how to print the set variable on the screen using for loop. So it is similar concept to in case of any collections, we use for loop with the syntax for I in S, where S is a set variable. So what is the meaning of I in S? I will take all the elements, all the values which are part of S one by one. That means the variable I will traverse through the set variable S, and then whatever values our variable I is taking, all those values I am printing as part of the for loop. So you'll get this output 1, 2, 3, 4 on the screen. So now you're printing the set contents using for loop. Now look at this code. The important concept about set is not an indexed data type. So I'm declaring a set variable with 4 elements 1, 2, 3, 4. So set is not an indexed data type. So we'll check why it is not indexed, how it is not indexed. So print length of s. So length of function, alien function, we can use with any kind of data type in Python. So length of s will print whatever number of elements we have. So we have 4 elements, so it will print 4 on the screen. So this is the output. Now for I in range length of s, which the method we use generally with list and strings and even tuples. If I want to traverse through the set variable s, what I can do is I in range length of s. Length of s is 4. That means it will take the values till 3. So I'm expecting my variable I to take values 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I try to print s of I, that is s of 0, s of 1, s of 2, and s of 3, it should print the elements of s 1, 2, 3, and 4. But it will not happen like that. It will give a type error. And what is the type error for this line? Print s of I. Type error says set object is not subscriptable. That means it is not indexed. We cannot access the set elements using the index value because they are not ordered also, they are not indexed also. So when I say s of I, I'm trying to access the set element which is present at specific index. But set is a data type in Python which is not ordered and which is not indexed. So if you try to do this, it will give the type error. Now you can look at this code. I'm declaring one set variable city1 with 3 elements, 3 string elements, Pune, Nagar, and Nashik. So what I'm doing is city2 equal to city1. So I'm trying to copy all the elements of city1 into city2. So my city2 is also a set variable. And I'm using copy method. So copy is a set method. When I say set method, if I have to invoke this copy method, I have to use it with the set variable. So city1.copy. What this means? City1.copy means copy all the elements of city1 into city3. So even city3 is now my set variable. Then I'm printing the contents of city2 and city3. So you can see even my city2 contents are same, Nashik, Nagar, and Pune, and my city3 elements are also same, Nashik, Nagar, and Pune. So either you can directly use equal to, or you can use copy method to copy one set elements into another set element. The only difference in this case is using copy method is referred as shallow copy. Shallow copy means in this case city3, it will create a different object altogether with name city3 and then will copy all the elements of city1 into city3. But in case of only assignment, city2 equal to city1 will have only one copy of all these values, Pune, Nagar, and Nashik. It is just that we have two variables which are pointing to the same set of elements. City2 is also pointing to this set and city1 is also pointing to this set. So if I change something in city1, the change will reflect into city2 also. But that is not going to happen with copy method. Copy will create a different object into the memory, into the namespace, and then we'll copy the elements of city1 into city3. So it is also referred as shallow copy. So this is how you can create and use these set objects, and you can also use copy method to create a new set using existing set.